They're in the gate. And they're off. Good Penny bounces out of there. So too does You Can Be Magic for the inside post, and she comes on through to take the lead. Good Penny's going to stalk the pace from second. Nostalgia comes up to her inside and grabs third. Clubhouse turn. You Can Be Magic out there setting the pace, leads by 2. Good Penny's going to track from second. Nostalgia settles in toward the rail. Break of 3. Tap Time comes away fourth. Reserved at that spot. Another 2 from there back to hashtag winner. And Joy of Treasure is the trailer. Turning into the backstretch run, the opening quarter goes in a composed 23 4/5 seconds, and isolated up top is You Can Be Magic. Making her way down the backstretch run unopposed so far. Good Penny is inching forward from second now. Nostalgia's racing third. Tap Time's been moved to the inside fourth for the run of the half-mile pole. 3 lengths farther back to Joy of Treasure, and hashtag winners at the back. There's 4 furlongs to go. First half of the race in 48 seconds flat. You Can Be Magic continues to roll along up top. Good Penny is tracking intently from second, and now she's getting even closer. Now just a half a length behind round the far turn. Nostalgia's given more rein from third. Tap Time is asked to go now. Joy of Treasure's launching a rally from the back, about to be fourth while wide. At the quarter pole, You Can Be Magic turning for home. Good Penny is right alongside. Nostalgia's there. Joy of Treasure down the center of the track, racing for the 8th pole. Good Penny comes away with a tenuous lead. Nostalgia fights on. Joy of Treasure finding stride late in the game. Here she comes now. It's Good Penny digging down toward the rail. Joy of Treasure surging up alongside. Good Penny responds right back to win it. Good Penny, a determined winner over Joy of Treasure, Nostalgia, and Tap Time. They're in the gate. And they're off. Stumbling beginning for Fire Marshal Bill. Good beginning for Belle Tempesiri. Racing for the lead. The Queen's Jewels comes on to challenge that one, and they're head and head early on. Frolicmoore comes on to be third. Holding fast, advancing up into fourth. Fire Marshal Bill toward the rail is fifth. Alex's Strike is hustled along. At the back, it is already 5 lengths off the lead as they chase Belle Tempesiri down the backstretch. The Queen's Jewels is hounding every step of the way so far, and these two are head and head past the half-mile pole. Frolicmoore is tracking intently from third, holding fast in between fourth. Fire Marshal Bill fifth at the rail. Alex's Strike is a little bit closer now, but is wide on the far turn. That opening quarter in 22 3/5 seconds, racing for the quarter pole. Belle Tempesiri holding on to a narrow lead. The Queen's Jewels has been second throughout. Frolicmoore is given his cue now, comes on 3 wide. Alex's Strike comes on 4 wide. At the top of the stretch, Belle Tempesiri short lead. Frolicmoore comes on. The Queen's Jewels gives way down to the final furlong now, and Frolicmoore strikes the front at the 8th pole. Belle Tempesiri fights on from second. The Queen's Jewels trying to re-engage out of third. Alex's Strike is fourth, but it's Frolicmoore. Opening up to the wire, Frolicmoore cruises on to victory, 2.5 in the end. Belle Tempesiri, the Queen's Jewels, and the rest in a photo for fourth. They're in the gate. And they're off. And Tango Charlie caught a flyer, quickly in front by a length. Big Nick toward the inside comes on to secure second. Mobetta's out in third. Critical Threat is fourth, and Palatial Times is outsprinted in the very early stages. So down the backstretch they go. Tango Charlie. Skitter's clear to lead by 2.5 lengths. 3 horses across the track chasing from the inside out. It is Big Nick, Mobetta, and Critical Threat. And it's now 5 lengths back to Palatial Times, who's 10 lengths behind Tango Charlie, whose opening quarter was 22 4. Tango Charlie whips onto the far turn, opening up a little bit more now. It's about 4.5 lengths heading for the 3/8. Critical Threat comes on to secure second clearly over Big Nick, who's back into third. Mobetta couldn't keep up. Palatial Times goes to the outside to move around him. Coming for the top of the stretch, Tango Charlie's leads down to 1.5 lengths. Critical Threat looms on the outside. Big Nick is still third. At the top of the stretch, Tango Charlie trying to see it out. Big Nick fully extended, but still second. And then on the outside, it's Critical Threat in second, rather. Big Nick is back in third. Palatial Times is fourth. 16th pole. Tango Charlie turning back the challenge of Critical Threat. And Tango Charlie was sharp today. Wins by 2.5. Critical Threat, good effort, but couldn't get by. Finishing second. Tight for third, Palatial Times or Big Nick. They're in the gate. And they're off. Jolly Tommy hustled right off the mark. Exit is showing speed as well. Moneylender is there. Stealth Fighter fires through toward the rail. 4 across the track, and now it's 3 into the clubhouse turn. And down inside, Stealth Fighter cuts the corner, grabs the upper hand. Moneylender comes on to be second. Exit backs off into third. Jolly Tommy toward the inside is fourth. Bourbon Delight comes on through from between horses to be fifth. A margin of 2. Unified Star in sixth. Ashwin's Orb is seventh. First Glimpse is eighth. Flagstone in ninth. And Brazil Nut is at the back in 10th. Opening quarter goes in 23-3. They're moving down the backstretch run. And Stealth Fighter shows the way. A precise length advantage heading past a 5/8 pole. Moneylender not far behind in second. Exit spun out wide to the far turn run from third. Jolly Tommy tucked away fourth and at the rail within 2 lengths of Stealth Fighter. They're onto that far turn now. Farther back, it's Bourbon Delight racing in fifth. Unified Star sixth. Ashwin's Orb seventh. First Glimpse in eighth. Flagstone ninth. Brazil Nut still 10th. So round the far turn, Stealth Fighter still with that 1 length advantage and 2.5 furlongs to go. Jolly Tommy is traveling well toward the inside, up to grab second. Moneylender's right there to third as Exit gives way. Farther back, it's First Glimpse trying to come on late. So too Brazil Nut. At the top of the stretch, Stealth Fighter still the one to catch. Jolly Tommy's come off the rail now, trying to get by Stealth Fighter. Stealth Fighter digs down for that final eighth. Jolly Tommy trying to get by. These two shoulder to shoulder. Jolly Tommy and Stealth Fighter are locked in battle with 100 yards to go. Jolly Tommy nose down in front. Stealth Fighter fights right back. It's going to be tight photo. Noses up and down. Stealth Fighter or Jolly Tommy. A long way back to Moneylender and Brazil Nut. And they're off. Surveillance breaks out sharply, looking for the lead at mid-pack toward the outside. Golden Gavel, League of Legends, and Sticky Issue is also there. They come up the chute, they head for the main track, and the race is on early. Here's Sticky Issue on through to grab the top spot. Golden Gavel runs in second. Surveillance broke on top at his back third. League of Legends in between them, advancing up from fourth. Group Hug and Deep State behind that first flight. Very keyed up there is Deep State. Had to check repeatedly down the backstretch run. Tartufo finds a seam in between horses, advances up as well. It's a very tight pack. The opening quarter goes in 23 and 1/5 seconds. Moving for the far turn, Sticky Issue secures the lead and opens up. Opens up by half a length. Surveillance moves with that one. They round the far turn together. Group Hug not far behind in third. League of Legends under pressure racing 4, 3 lengths back. Tartufo is fifth and 6 lengths behind for the run of the quarter pole. Deep State's launching around you. That one's inside. At the top of the stretch, Surveillance comes looking for the lead and takes over at the top of the lane. Sticky Issue fights on down toward the rail. Group Hug is racing in third. Tartufo has been switched outside fourth, 1 furlong to go. Surveillance trying to fend off a re-emerging Sticky Issue. Group Hug is there. Tartufo is late on the scene. Coming for the finish. Group Hug, Sticky Issue, Tartufo. Here's the wire. Photo. Maybe Group Hug in between got the bob. It's tight right there. Sticky Issue and Tartufo. Goes in the gate. And they're off. Good beginning for Queen's Table, who bounces out near the top. Bachelorette is hustled hard. Sent right to the front is Bachelorette. She secures the lead as they cross over. Queen's Table broke alertly and is racing in second by 2. Bitter Vixen comes on to be third, a break of 2 lengths back from there to Peyton's College up to be fourth. Mystic Dreams down inside is now fifth. And then it's Eden on the move into sixth. Aiden Ike is back trailing the field about 8 lengths off the lead as they move down the backstretch run. Bachelorette shows the way, company from the inside in Queen's Table, and stalking outside is Bitter Vixen. That opening quarter in 23 seconds flat. They're moving for the far turn now, and Bachelorette opens up a little bit more. Now it's a length and a quarter as they round the far turn. Bitter Vixen is racing into second. Peyton's College comes alive, coming on 3 wide from third. Queen's Table's reserved toward the inside fourth. Eden in fifth. Mystic Dream sixth. Aiden Ike is at the back in seventh. They come for the top of the stretch. Bachelorette's been in front since the start. Turns for home there. Bitter Vixen draws a alongside, and Peyton's College is there too. Eden's in behind, but in a drive. Mystic Dreams down the center of the track. There's 1 furlong to go, and Bitter Vixen comes away with the lead. Bachelorette is fighting on toward the rail. Peyton's College is flattened out. Eden Ike is late on the scene, so too is Eden, but they're all chasing Bitter Vixen, who's put away Bachelorette and will do it. Bitter Vixen wins by 2. Bachelorette, aggressive early, held on for second. Peyton's College was third. Eden Ike was fourth. They're in the gate and they're off. One Fast Cat with a good beginning at mid-pack, out looking for the lead. Pirate Rick is there. Devil's Tower toward the outside, flashing speed too. So down the backstretch they go. And Pirate Rick's in front by a length. Devil's Tower moves up to grab second. One Fast Cat backs off and settles in toward the rail third. In the early stages, Some Sound comes on to be fourth. We're Savvy cruising along while fifth. Outlier moves through toward the inside sixth. Keyed up and down inside is he. At the back of the pack is On Your Mark. So they're on the far turn. Pirate Rick and Devil's Tower have been sharing the lead since the start, and they ripped that opening quarter. 21 and 2/5 seconds. The battle is on early as they round the far turn. 2 lengths back to Some Sound, third outside. One Fast Cat's back into fourth now. 3 lengths to make up as they turn for home. Outlier has made steady progress and has switched outside for the stretch drive. We're Savvy is there as well as they race for the 8th pole. Farther back in the field, On Your Mark is picking it up too. There's 1 furlong to go. Some Sound comes away with the lead. Pirate Rick continues to battle on. Big effort there. On Your Mark is now third. 16th pole. Some Sound and Pirate Rick. Pirate Rick's re-rallying on Some Sound, but Some Sound won it. Dug in to do it over Pirate Rick, and then it was On Your Mark and Outlier. They're in the gate, and they're off. Lady Jeopardy, good beginning. Cancel This is there, eclipsed as well. Savo Island comes up on through. Bomb Diggity, flashing speed toward the rail. 5 across the track early. And here comes Bomb Diggity on through to the front. Eclipsed is running along in second. Savo Island comes away third. Lady Jeopardy is racing fourth. Cancel This is back fifth. Our Super Love is sixth. Super Fire seventh. Hidden Wonders all the way back in eighth and is 8 lengths off the lead. Laser Locked is ninth. The trailer is Clay's Opal Indy. Moving for the far turn. Bomb Diggity down inside of Eclipse. They're head and head early. And that opening quarter goes in 22 and 3. A margin of 2.5 back to Savo Island, who comes on to be third. Our Super Love looms with a 3 or 4 wide bid from fourth. Lady Jeopardy under pressure down inside fifth. Cancel This is sixth. Hidden Wonder starting to get on track now, but is going wide by the quarter pole. At the top of the stretch, Bomb Diggity turning for home. Eclipsed is right there. Lady Jeopardy in behind. Savo Island, our Super Love. Cancel This with a shot. So too Hidden Wonder. And from far back, Laser Locked is coming on as well. 1 furlong to go. Wide open at the 8th pole. Here comes Hidden Wonder. Savo Island in between. Cancel This fights on. Eclipsed gives way down to the finish. Hidden Wonder short lead. Cancel This surges. Savo Island toward the rail. Here's the wire. Cancel This won it. Cancel This comes away with the win in a wild stretch drive. Hidden Wonder and Savo Island. They're in the gate. And they're off. Pretty even beginning. Huge Big Leaf from mid-pack breaks alertly. What a Country is there toward the outside. Alleged down at the rail is forward as well. Also up close is Last Samurai. Behind them, Intrepid Heart. In this long and dramatic run to that first turn, it will be What a Country who angles over toward the rail to lead the way. With that, Alleged comes off the rail and will apply some pressure from second. Huge Bigley 3 wide into the turn in third. Last Samurai tucked in behind them, cruising while fourth. Tyshawn fifth, 4 wide. Clayton the Lionheart racing up into sixth. Intrepid Heart toward the rail is racing seventh, reserved up into sixth now. Clayton the Lionheart is wide on the track and losing a spot. Followed by Dyna Drive, who's a little bit keyed up down inside, second to last, and 5 clear of Happy American. Turning to the backstretch run, a sharp opening quarter in 23 and 1. They tried to slow the pace down just a bit to a 47 and 4 opening half. So What a Country shows the way down the backstretch, just more than a length and 5 furlongs to go. Alleged continues to cruise along, tracking intently from second. The same for Huge Bigley, 3 wide on the outside in third. Last Samurai sneaking through underneath up into fourth. Tyshawn fifth. Dyna Drive is right in the thick of it, sixth and only 4 lengths off the lead now. Then it's Intrepid Heart, who's been saving ground on both turns. Not saving ground has been Clayton the Lionheart, wide on both turns for that one. 5 back to Happy American. The pack is tightly packed as they round the far turn. They're swarming in on What a Country Now, who's lost a lead. Alleged is pushed on for speed. Huge Bigley is there. Tyshawn. Dynadrive comes with a 4-wide sweep. Right in behind his Last Samurai, and he's begging for racing room with nowhere to go. Off the turn, into the stretch. Huge Bigley comes away with the lead. Checking hard there was Tyshawn. Tyshawn checked out of it. Clear sailing for Happy American, and here comes Happy American. Last earlier and first at the 16th pole. Opening up to the stretch is Happy American in an eventful mile and a quarter. Happy American wins by 3. Huge Bigley was second. It's tight for third there between Last Samurai or Dynadrive. They're in the gate, and they're off. Sir Alfred James with a good beginning, and he has hustled hard for the lead. Rough Entry broke alertly as well, and they're 1-2. Mucho comes on to be third while in the clear. Necker Island on the inside and moving up from fourth. Vertical Threat right there to fifth. Long Weekend in between 6. Bango comes away 7th on the far outside, moving up a spot there. Atoka's at the back. It's a very tight pack down the backstretch run. Sir Alfred James going head-to-head with Rough Entry. A rapid opening quarter in 21-3. Onto the far turn, Sir Alfred James comes away with the lead. Rough Entry is dropping out of it quickly there. Mucho's in between horses coming. Oh, and there's a horse that went down. Rough Entry did indeed go down and also took out Vertical Threat. So those two went down on the far turn. The rider of Rough Entry is up and on his feet. We'll update the rest later on. Meanwhile, the rest of the field has turned into the stretch, and it is Mucho who's come away with a narrow lead. Sir Alfred James is right there. Necker Island is coming up the rail. Bango is flat on the outside in fourth, final 16th, and it's Mucho, and it's Sir Alfred James, and it's Necker Island. Bango is fourth, down to the finish. Wandering out is Mucho. Necker Island comes up the rail. It's going to be tight with Sir Alfred James. It's a photo. Maybe Necker Island got it. Mucho, Sir Alfred James, Bango. They're in the gate, and they're off. Pretty even start toward the inside. Scarlet Fusion, Pledge of Allegiance is there. Divine Leader comes on. Anodor's not far behind in the early stages either, so 2 Bears watching on the extreme outside, and farther out is Island Boy. So up the chute they go, and Divine Leader has come on through to take the lead. Divine Leader crosses in front by a length. Bears watching is tracking from second. Anodor toward the inside is third. Island Boy on the outside, fourth. Cody's Wish moves up from fifth. Scarlet Fusion toward the inside, sixth. Perfect Silent Cat is seventh. Out of the Legend on the move from eighth. Pledge of Allegiance is ninth. And Mr. Tip is the trailer in 10th, but it's a tight pack as they move down the backstretch run. Divine Leader heading for the far turn after an opening quarter and a sharp 22 and 3/5 seconds. A swift half in 45 and 4. So Divine Leader onto the far turn with the lead, but it's a narrow lead. Bears watching is right there racing second, and Cody's Wish has ascended through the pack and is right with the leaders on the outside in third. Anodor is tucked away toward the rail fourth. As they round the far turn, Cody's Wish is looking for the lead now. Cody's Wish puts a nose in front at the top of the stretch. Divine Leader tries to stick with that one. Bears watching gives way in behind. Perfect Silent Cat is there. Scarlet Fusion is as well. Mr. Tips coming down the center of the track. Anodor's boxing on in between. There's 1 furlong to go. Cody's Wish in front by 2.5 lengths. Shaken up to 3. Scarlet Fusion's chasing, but is chasing Cody's Wish to the wire. Cody's Wish, a good-looking winner by 4 in the end. Scarlet Fusion, Anodor, then it was either Mr. Tip or Perfect Silent Cat.